Okay, so it's Wednesday, and tomorrow morning the jobs report comes out. But I'm just looking at these markets for set it, forget it trading opportunities, situations where we don't have to be there for the trade. And some of these trades are pretty insane as far as the ratios. And we're going to go to the 4-hour chart to make this a little bit um, less choices, right? So on the 4-hour chart, if you're going to take a hard rule, um, here's the euro versus the dollar, euro versus the pound versus the dollar. So I kept these together, or I kept these up here, and this is going to be about the yen. So you basically have the yen on the right and the dollar on the left. Now there's many ways to arrange this puzzle because it is forex. They're not true clean rates. They are similar, and some move more pips than others. Let's see, I think I got the right grid on here. This should be 100 pips, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's 100 pips. So the black lines is 100 pips. You have to imagine if you ran a 100 pip and a 50 pip stop, and maybe a 20 pip stop, those kind of things. You could swing trade it and scalp the wicks. So the wick trade is pretty simple, beginner scalp, I would say. Set it and forget it. Days in advance, weeks in advance. You know that if we ever come to that price, there's going to be hell to pay because it's a new thing. Or it's an old thing revisited from 3 years ago. We're back to those prices. I mean, people are really... there's no reason why the market can't come back to where it was, right? So returning to center point is a typical return to the mean value. Well, what the mean value happens to be 5 years ago or 30 years ago, then so be it. It's just kind of the market can only stretch so far up and down. I mean, there's a million metaphors. If you have a part of the metaphor that needs to be in there is the fact that the pressure that is in the market to go up and down is a little inconsistent and chaotic. So if it bursts out and it does tag that price, it's over, right? As soon as it reaches the window, then it returns because it's satisfied the ultimate high. Apparently, that was the end. And the recoil. But there's going to be drama, high fucking drama on the wick tips or the closing prices. So I'm only using closing prices in a range bar because I can't really... The candlestick thing is so complicated in a sense and simple in the other sense because if you just say there's dojis, okay, if you say candlesticks are doji, find me a doji and find me a bullish candle or a bearish candle. There's only 3 candles. If you're going to say it's a bullish doji, well, okay, that's not. I mean, I guess you're a trend trader. You are looking for a slight pullback and a smashing up move. So the candlestick is giving you that one shot. All you got to do is look at each candle as they form on the dailies. So if you're a strict candlestick trader, it's very easy trading style because you're just going to make simple decisions. This is not like complicated. The only thing would be like, well, where's your stop going to be? Well, I'd say use multiple stops and multiple entries, and I'm going to also, because the candlestick is supposed to be, you're supposed to pull the trigger at the end of the candle. You make a decision at that point. Or you pass on, or you're getting information. You either, or you don't pull the trigger, right? It's like, I don't trade dojis, or I only trade big screaming moves. And you could actually buy into a screaming move and say, oh, there's going to be follow through. That ain't going to fucking stay. That ain't turning on a dime. Okay, so when the market does take off, it is true, and I've seen people do it, except for me, it's psychologically difficult because I just feel like, well, it's such a volatile situation. I certainly don't want to be trying to jump on this train that's already left the station pretty hard in the last 4 hours, so just using the 4 hour basis. And this could just be, where is it structurally hitting? Are we hitting fresh prices and clearing out prices? So what is happening? That's critical. So this is a 100 pip grid, and this is the 4 hour. Shit, did I load the right one here too? This is that doesn't look right. So this is 20 pip grid, yeah. So this I'm gonna put 20 pips on everything. So I rewrote this template. I just remembered. Oh, I guess not. Wait, fuck. Okay. I must have loaded the wrong template. I thought I nailed it, but I put in the 22. Okay, this is 100 pips here. Okay, that was a little bit disorientating. So I'm vertical trading it because I'm trying to make pips, right? So I'm thinking, oh, I want to make 100 pips. Okay, well, there's 200 pips. Here's about 200 pips. There's about 300 pips showing. All right, now the market, if I zoom in, if I blow this up and we see everything that happened, that's going to be too much for us to trade tonight. These guys have obviously climaxed. I mean, similar behavior. You know, they're turning around, but not exactly. But it is about the yen and it is about the dollar. So the dollar's on the left, the yen's on the right, and the other two currencies are battling, say, the yen on the right and the dollar on the left. But actually, the dollar yen, oddly enough, is this chart, which is shares that. So it's really hard to ever get a sequencing of this puzzle that makes sense. So I'm just looking at it like I'm taking each currency individually and saying, I expect this market to come back into the I don't have my rectangle here. Customize this fucking thing. Yeah, the rectangle is not part of the original equipment, unfortunately. They don't want you to they don't want you making money, so you know, it's against you. So the closing prices is a big deal. Closed up here, and you got this. I have to zoom out one level. All right, well, let me scooch these over. Get some more data in here, and I could get rid of the shit on the right. So if we're just going to talk about these charts, I can just blow this up. I haven't got my new monitor hooked up yet, believe it or not. So I'm running 16 by 90 on this, but it is trading, and we're not trying to watch a fucking movie. This isn't Transporter 3, you know, with all the ridiculous stunts in there. Okay, so here's a pure analysis chart. So I'm a big fan of this vertical view because it really gives you the ability to go to a smaller time frame and not lose too much. I've got it right now. It's on auto scale, so no matter what I do now, here, let me make this auto scale. Every time you load the template, now the computer is showing me the ATR. It's kind of low here. All you got to do is zoom out. It is typically lower than the pound, and this euro to the yen is typically psychotic. So this is showing 300 pips using the computer's doing the scaling now. Okay, let me zoom out. Max zoom out. 4 hour chart, and when you zoom out like this, it becomes apparent that the markets can get really crazy. Look at this pound. You have to ask yourself, does somebody have a trend system for this pound that's working for them there on the 4 hour chart? My fucking God, what the Jesus Christ. I tell you, the best trending happens to be here at the moment, the euro and the dollar yen. Obviously, this is fucking tanking. This is fucking going up. This one here is kind of going up, but boy, that pound, man. Now, does it help if we go to the daily, maybe? Well, on the other one, it might be in a trend, actually. Well, here, look, this is pulling back. This is just dazed and confused. This is perfect square there, each a month to each 100 pips square. This one's almost square. I could square them up too. Here, like this is squared out. This one not so much. There you go. Now we can zoom in. You can sit here all day, and do you have a trade plan for this situation? Right. Here's 100 pips down hard. Got a double bottom right now in the daily. I wouldn't put any moving averages on this. We got one period. Closing prices is all we need to know. Look at these beautiful sells. Every time it takes a breath up, you sell. All right, it's a daily chart. Come on, look at dead cat bounce. Sell. Does it get any easier? I don't know. I don't think so. I still can't understand no nonsense, dude. Just here, like you want to trade the daily chart here? Let me show you. Zoom in the fucking so you can see each range of each fucking day, and you count each fucking day if you want to. Oh, I want to go 10 days back is what I. Yeah, if you're a bar counter, you know this is easy. You can see the fucking bar. I wouldn't bother with the candlesticks. Like I said, the wicks are too skinny. Just give me 3 pieces of data and I'm fine. Because what I'm caring about, I want to focus on the retest of lows. When a bottom becomes a top in closing prices, that's a big fucking deal on the daily. Especially for the people that bought this thinking it was going to go to the fucking moon. So that would be me. I'm thinking that we're going to come up and hit this, right? Never did. And this is why, this is where I'm going to lose money on a swing trade, but I'm going to make it back in the same sense if I keep on pulling the trigger on that same trade plan religiously, I suppose you could say. And when the market's dead like this in Asia session, okay, we just turned 8:30 now. So we have a chance here to make some drama. I'll make a big move here and take off. It just turned 8:30 and we're into it. So here's the daily. Now this thing's having a hard time. Let's face it, the amount of money that's made here though is pretty mind-blowing between these two blue lines. Look at all buy, sell, buy, and then just taking 20, 50 pips off the table here constantly. I don't know why you want to put a moving average on this. Like what are you going to pick? What kind of moving average would you like? What's the speed? Oh, I use an 8-period moving average. Okay, well, were you waiting for a fucking setup on that shit? It's stupid. You know, how long are you planning on living? Well, I'm waiting for a good setup here on the Dow. Look at this fucking thing. Jesus Christ, people. Now that's a fucking trend. You trend traders, well, I'm waiting for a pullback to the 8-period moving average. Are you kidding me? What are you putting a solar panel on your dick? What's wrong with these people, man? So that's really the problem. Oh, it's better than Viagra. I just fucking put this shit on it. I just spray painted it metallic and laid out in the sun. Fuck cutting off your genitals and changing your gender and fucking stealing the election with your genitals, you know. Fuck that. Come on, man. Can't you say anything now, right? You're making fun of genital mutilation? Oh, no, I'm doing. I remember I had this girlfriend. I guess we got married, but she was showing me. She goes, "You think that's crazy? Check this fucking body modification shit out. Fucking 8 rings through this guy's nose and his dick connected together." I said, you know what? I think I'll pass on that Saw movie too while I'm at it. Although I am watching horror flicks. Psychological horror flicks are worse though, because you're thinking that's like a bad trade that I was in, where I just kept doubling down on that fucking thing. Yeah, no, it's just so fucking annoying because we all know what a retrace looks like. We all know what it looks like when, Jesus fucking Christ, man, how long is that going to go? So, and of course, these are extended, insane ass moves. Now let's go to the weekly chart and lose our mind. This should take like fucking. Now that does take 3 weeks to wait for to get on that train because you're waiting for a reversal. You trade reversals. Wait, we don't trade reversals. We're no nonsense. You don't trade reversals because you're a trend trader. Are you fucking nuts? 80% of the market's ranging, but we don't trade reversals. Why? Well, it's just too risky. You don't know if it's going to turn around or not. Dude, you know it's going to fucking go up on your stupid fucking algorithmic trend bullshit. I built this. And then if you run a moving average on your RSI, think about the possibilities. You ever tried MACD? Yeah, I thought I was going to fucking die of boredom. Oh, maybe on the 1 minute chart. Forget what I just said. On the 1 minute chart, I'll take MACD at 12.26.9. Of course. Don't you bake a dozen 13 cookies I bake every time. I don't think the market gives a fuck about your consistency of indicators are very consistent. The market don't give a shit. That's why the 1 period moving average fucking rules all day. You know what? It's what it really is. No smoothing out. No compression. Raw fucking data. It looks so ugly. I know it. It is. You ever cut somebody open? What the fuck's going on in here? Oh, it looks beautiful. Maybe in Lifetime Books. World Dictionary with the transparencies. World Books Encyclopedia. The white one. So, you can go to school all day long, but these markets are and no fucking robot. I'm so sorry. Can trade this fucking thing. Well, I guess it can to some crude extent. But gosh, I don't know. I say a team of bots. Always a team. Think about it. You think they can steal that election with one guy? Come on. Yeah, there's a guy in the back room. You should see he's cooked up a formula. You got to see it. Got to see it to believe it. Of course, once he shows it to you, then he's got to kill you. That is so bad. That's so terrible. It's just trying to make 100 pips, man. Trying to make 300. Look at this. This is a fucking. How many pips on this trade? Seriously, if you tell me you're a trend trader, okay, I got you. It is true that no nonsense. If he waits 5.5 months for a setup, I'm not going to say it's not the best fucking high pip trade in the world, but honestly, who's going to do that? And you're going to take the signal on that trade? You're going to shit your pants. Come on. Well, I'm just trading. I know a guy who's trading now. He's trading stocks. And it's so adorable because he's like, yeah, I just want to make like 20 cents. I'm like, okay, man, look at you. And he's in this stock called Ding Dong. And it's some Chinese grocery store. I thought, you fucking wing wong Ding Dong, huh? It's like $2. Everybody go out and buy it just because it bumped up the price for him. I guess it's been to $20, but he says around the middle of the month it goes up. I don't know what they're doing, cashing the books out maybe. So they got the embedded stuff. I don't know. Scan everybody and cash in. So this is a classic line chart, and this is just, we can imagine all the utopian trades on this. I'm sure no nonsense was in on these trades. Come to think of it, I can kind of see his entries here. Kind of just jumps out at you. You know, your mind after watching enough fucking how to trade a moving average shit. Let's assume that by this point, the moving average, you could just fucking draw, right? Or draw your channels. What's the difference? Or envelopes. But what do you do about it? When you sell when it touches the envelope, or do you buy? So the moving average is coming down here, following, everything's going great, and then the moving average is like, market takes off, moving average realizes the market's going up, okay, we're a little laggy there, oh boy, it's going down, oh boy, it's on. But, if you just bought, say you bought here, You waited for that fucking crossover, pullback, find support, moving average, get okay, great. But my question is, did you have a trade plan for this shit? Because I would be saying, fuck, moving average is pointing down. Let's sell every fucking rally. Oh, it's great, but what about this? You'd have to sell all three of these fucking rallies, right? Or you can break your rules. You'd have to sell this one, this one, this one. And you're going to make a lot of money. But you're scaling into this fucking thing. There's no fucking Fibonacci. I'm so sorry to tell you. Well, I got a Fibonacci here on the 4 hour matching up with the daily. Okay, you do, but dude, it doesn't matter because this is resistance. This is a 100 pip grid. This is resistance. And this is support 100 pips away. I'm sure there is some fucking... Look at this top tick Tommy entry. Holy fuck. Now, this is about the top tick. Sure. Because if this is a downtrend and I only sell downtrends, think of how you're missing out. You could have bought this plunge all the way back. You could have bought this plunge all the way back. You could have bought this plunge all the way back, this plunge all the way back, and still be holding through this retracement. Now, so if you're going to say, well, fuck them, I'm just going to buy these plunges. And now this is my trade plan, actually, because I like to buy. I don't give a fuck if it's going down. Yeah, I guess I could top tick time get up here, but I'm making all the money here on this bullshit. So plunges here, I cash out 100 pips. Plunges here, make 400 pips. Plunges here, make... Not to mention this plunge I bought, because I'm buying every fucking new low. This is what I'm doing. I can't think of another way to trade it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to put buy limits on all these new lows. Buy limit, a lot of buy limits, a ton of buy limits. Okay, bing bang, we're making 100 pips. We just made 100 pips trading against the so-called downtrend. Because I don't see a place to get short. I guess the place to get short was put all your sells on the top, on the highs of the previous days. So inside of the daily chart, holy fuck, it's a gold mine in here. I mean, you just draw a fucking, you have a line chart. I'm not kidding. You take a line chart and just do structured trades on the daily. There's so many fucking trades. Why would you gup it up with all that fucking MECD? It's such a crime. Like, this is girls with the makeup, and then I see this girl. She shows up without makeup, right? I'm like, hey, you look pretty good like this, you know. What the fuck's with that fucking clown shit? She's blinking. There's these giant eyelashes. What are you, a hooker? I don't know, chicks. You know, you can't figure this shit out. But if you got just stacked up an immense amount of tickets here, and you're like, dude, it's in a downtrend. Okay, I'll give you that, right? The last price pulse is down hard. What more do you fucking need to know? You're gonna sell every fucking rally. Sell on close. But by the same token, if you realize that you're crushing into this vacuum, this mini vac, then holy shit. You nearly have to be willing to sell all the way up and buy all the way down. As far as I'm concerned, if you're going to trade with a 300 pip stop, think of how you're trying to make 1,000 pips. Right. But how much money do you have? I would scalp this right off the bat. Like, this makes a new low here. I'm like, holy shit. We all knew that was possible. But this is only 100 pips of crush. This is 300 pips. It makes it all the way back to the floor and slightly beyond. Never makes it back to this closing price, but it makes it back to the low of that. I'm going to give it a 100 pip window. In a 100 fucking pip window, you put 10 pips apart, you put a 10K in. Put a 300 pip stop on it. You're risking $300, right? Or $30 or something. Whatever that number is. Or maybe you just put 3 there. But think of how much money that is. Set it for fucking forget it for like months. Yeah, you can do a moving average. I'm a trend trader. I'm going to trade both directions. I see the stupid fucking trend traders. What trend traders? You're not allowed in this room. This is for trend trading only. How are you getting into your trend trade? Well, 618. You don't think that's a fucking counter trend entry? You don't think you're going against? For it to drop down, the guys on the 4-hour chart are going, dude, we're in a fucking screaming downtrend. The 4 hours selling off into the daily, into your 8-period moving average on the daily. Okay. Look at all these fucking pips. Are you fucking nuts? I just still don't get it. Look at these dumb shit. Let me show you the dumb shit fucking top tick Tommy trades on here. Now, granted, you're going to trade more than one currency because you're going to die waiting for these setups. You should be able to mark this. This is like trading fucking 101. This is auction top tick Tommy and bottom tick Bobby 101. Reversal trading 101. How can you not do this? What if it keeps going up? What if it... Dude, what if it goes sideways and you blow your brains out waiting for the win or lose? You're like, dude, how long have we been in this trade? That's what the problem I would have is like, oh my God, is the market open? Yeah, they closed the market. That's why Bitcoin's fun. If you got a tight spread on your broker, I guess Bitcoin is a crackhead's dream. Like, go to New York, get your free crack pipe, show back up at your terminal, get the fucking mouse, start clicking. Think how much faster you click with that free fucking vending machine. Crack pipe paraphernalia. You don't have to buy your own. Now you buy more crack. Think about it. Tops become bottoms. So I would say the checklist, you go through all those. Oh, that's the good setup rate checklist, but still the wick is going to be the fucking easy money. Closing prices, you're going to have to wait. If you're a channel trader, you got to wait for that fucker to come back to this fucking trend line. Are you kidding me? I can't wait. I only sell here at the trend line. Actually, I'm waiting for the third touch here. Would it look like a risk taker to you? Here's a bottom becomes a top at my trend line. I get in right there. Okay, that's amazing. How often do you see that fucking setup? Well, about once every month. Here I went short, as you can see. Same signal came up. And then they ripped my fucking head off. I lost on that trade. I'm using 500 pip stops, by the way. Really? No, I only buy at the edge of the channel here. Now, if you take these two, then you are making money because you're taking this trend trader's trade and you're taking the counter trend trader's trade. The envelope. Why does this trade not... Why aren't you taking this trade? It doesn't make sense. So if you're a channel trader, are you taking the outskirts of town? This is ranging at an angle, and it's called the trend. A drifty kind of trend. Here's another channel, right? So you can start, you channel, I would draw all my channels on closing prices. So here's I'm going to buy off of that, but I got to cash out off of here. I'm never going to make any fucking money. I got to get out where the sellers are getting out. Come on, man. What, I look like the guy that stole the election? Come on, man. I guess you're allowed to say that. So I'm going to, because they tried to shut me down last time. We did a live stream and we were like, hey, isn't that fucking crazy? This is like, yeah, here you go. It's like this. Wow, here's the opponent's ballot counts. And whoops, looks like he just lost the election while you were sleeping there. Did you ever wake up and you're like, dude, I guess we had to go on that short trade kind of didn't work out so much. I'm assuming this is the 15-minute chart. Took a nap, woke up, fucking A, blew up my account. I'm damned if they didn't reverse that fucking thing. Well, they said it was already priced in. They just updated the numbers. Those government reports. I was sitting there one time. They didn't have any government reports. This is like in the early days of this latest clusterfuck. And it's like, oh, that looks like that's going to be... Now look at this clean pullback. Now this is your more oversold at a higher price thing too. It's a big fake out move down there. But fuck, you could have been short here and going, dude, I love this trend we're in. This is fucking amazing. Oh, hell, it's damn tootin'. It's amazing. I sold here, I sold here, I sold here. We rode this. Look how tight that thing is. Look at these two tight things. And look how broad this fucking thing is. So, I suppose this really takes some thinking. What's the trade right now, though? Given all that bullshit, what is the latest? What should we do now? I say this. If I'm trading this chart, like you put a gun to my head, trade, you got to trade the daily chart because you got to go up against this no-nonsense creeper gear turtle trader. Turtle in the sense that you fucking taking forever to fucking make it. I'm waiting for it to set up right there, you see. Fuck that noise. Obviously I have sell limits up here all day long, right? For the next 100 pips, I've committed to sell fucking, look at Top Tick Tommy here waiting to get fucking triggered. This is seller's delight. We know this up here is where we sell. And where do we buy? We buy low. So the conservative person is going to start buying here all the way down. I'm going to start buying here all the way down. I'm buying everything below where we're at, and I'm selling everything above the high of the previous day. And I'm going to sell very aggressively on the high of the month, and I'm going to sell very aggressively on the high of this. This is the dollar yen, and this could be pretty brutal, but not if I plan out the area properly. And that's just going to be the set and forget it limit trading. Now, certainly, if this pulls back here, I could buy one at the market because I say, you know what, I'm a trend trader. I'm a trend trader. But not on every fucking ticket. Not on my whole 2% of my account. Are you fucking nuts? 2% of my account because I'm a trend trader. Why? Be a range trader. You could even be a confirmation. Well, I'll put a buy stop up here. Be all three fucking idiots. Buy stop here, sell limit start there. I'll designate the sell limits here with a different color. Here, let's try to be organized at least. So we're going to buy on the yellow. So I'm going to buy here, here, and buy just tons right there. So here's a notch. Here's a huge supply zone. You don't need market profile. The stuff people, I've seen it all. I'm just going to tell you without going through the laundry list and bore you to fucking death with the point and figure shit. And this fucking Steidelmeyer fuck wanted $60 a month to look at his ABC fucking market profile. Well, you see, what is a Z trade? I want a Z. Can I get like a P0 trade? Like a really low profile trade, good ratios, What the fuck? And then people teach a market profile. See this cluster back here? Well, what about it? Are you placing all your fucking entries there? I mean, let's get to the fucking point. Some 3-hour seminar on market profile. Understanding market profile. Are you fucking understanding risk to reward ratios? What's better, Johnny? 10 to 1 or 0 to nothing? I don't know. Is it like the racetrack? Kinda, I guess. Like, as the race, before the race, the odds are changing in the opening bell. Bing! Oh, just blew up the account. Shit. I told you we weren't too big. Trade small. Trade often, though. Trade small, trade often is my prescription. Structure, I would say, is such a big deal. Or I'd say these voids here are such a big deal. Because you could also trade totally like Goober-esque, really. But not all your tickets like that. But I'd say you try to be get three different techniques going, 3 different modes. So market, stop, and limit. That's the only 3 ways you can get into these trades. The broker only allows you to do 3 types of entry. That's my point. That's what I was trying to say. It just takes me a while to get to the point. So 30 minutes in. So I want to say, okay, that's the deal. How are you going to get in? And if it is Fibonacci and you think that really fucking works, then put a limit order there. Just prove yourself right. Because you don't have to babysit that shit. And that's the point of Fibonacci, I suppose. Look, there's a 618 up here. Well, put your fucking limit up there. Let's see how that works out for you. Well, the market kind of changed, and I guess I had to reevaluate. The market went like this. Oh, it fucked up your bat wing. Oh, right, yeah. Oof. There goes my Gartley pattern shit. And that stuff works only because, the market does do these things where I could say, well, I can envision a bat wing on here. I could probably envision my psychotic ex-wife's thought pattern here too. Like, that makes sense. Honey, what are you doing? We were just here before. Why are you coming back to this price? Well, I don't know. I got bored. We came back. The market really is fucking disturbingly retarded. Like, why is it going up? Can't you fucking decide what price you want to be? Oh no. I'm trend fluid. I don't know. I identify as bull bear. I just don't know what to do about it. The yen is fucking nuts. Let's go to the weekly chart. Okay, zoom out. I get sidetracked in this shit. I'm so angry. Um, I don't know. I just seen too many ridiculous seminars. You're like, okay, this guy. They introduced the guy. He has a PhD in fucknuttery. He's attended 5 trading championships. He's won all 3, but he's a total boring fucking nerd, and you could probably outperform him, even though he's the one that showed up at the championship. Don't forget, the fastest runners in the world may be a guy being chased by a fucking elephant in Africa. But of course, at the Olympics, no, this guy here, we've tuned him up a bit. He's like, I'm gonna tune him up on the guy. Who's Lance Armstrong? Is the motherfucker be riding a bicycle like fucking high as a kite on the latest tweaked out Moderna thing, and he's winning. So he's like, oh, I'm like a, but it's not. You can't touch the guy showing up as a dude into the girls' team. Now that is fucking ridiculous. Hey, if I talk in a high voice, can I play on the team? Absolutely, we don't discriminate. Get your dick in here. Fucking break that shit out. See what you got. The girls should have taken a little more aggressive approach to that situation. There's some fucking dyke troopers on motorcycles show up, chewing gum, saying, "Yeah, you know what? Hey, guess what? Yeah, we're the substitutes. The rest of the team's kind of sick. It's crazy." They should have just done something more creative in the response. Can you imagine? This dude shows up. I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of these chicks. I'm these turbo dykes step out with spikes on their fucking helmets. Hey, you want to come in the locker room with us a little bit here? Come here, you. I don't know, man. People got better strategies. Stand in front of the train. That's what you got to do. Put your limit orders out there. Put your dikes in your deck and show up to the party. Come on, show up, people. Don't play possum with us. Don't play hide the salami. What's he talking about? These new outfits the kids are wearing. Let's go to the weekly chart. This weekly chart just blows my mind. So there's no correlation here all of a sudden. Notice how they correlate during the day, but when you go to the weekly chart, you're like, these, kind of the same, I guess. Not these two guys. These two guys are like, fuck you. Look at the beatdown on pips here, though. You want to make some pips? I fucking doubt. And this is they're showing me the ATR. The computer's framing it. So the ATR is pretty. So that's why I trade this euro, because it's pretty tame. Pretty tame. This too is kind of tame, but the pound. No, it is true that if you could wait all fucking week, I'm going to give this one as a freebie going out to No Nonsense tonight. Let me show you the ultimate setup, the ultimate structure, the ultimate wick, the ultimate bottom tick bobby. Can you find the trade on the weekly British pound? Man, this thing just jumps out at you. Put your fucking ticket right there on the edge. Give yourself a nice 100 pip stop on that. How much you going to make on that trade there, son? Oh, well, she's, when it took out the low of the year here, I thought, well, that should be a good place to get in right about where they're stop hunting everybody. No, don't forget there's a stop hunt smart money right down here. No. And where I'm going to get out of the other smart money window, I'll just get out here. I'll leave this on the table for all the guys that want to do the big reversal. Don't forget the top tick Tommy here in closing prices. Every close above, so my rule would be, hey man, every time it closes above here, let's sell. That's aggressive. Every time it closes below here, let's buy. Oh, buy here, buy that little pullback. Yeah. But now there is the guy down here going, I'm just waiting for the fucking bottom tick Bobby. Look at all this shit in here. So I say buy it all. This is pretty amazing. And when it takes out these lows, Those are fresh lows. Buy new lows, sell new highs. That is my special sauce. Don't attempt to try this at home. You need to endure a 200 pip drawdown on these entries. If you place buy limits starting here, you have to endure almost 300 pips of punishment to retain this ticket to make this trade. It is a real trade. It happens. And if it doesn't happen, no harm, no foul. You're not involved in the trade. So if you put your orders in on the weekly, I'm pretty zoomed out on this yen, but I'll just jump to this chart. So I'm looking at these situations that, yes, if it takes this low out, holy shit, you want to buy, but can you afford this stop to make this profit? The same pattern. Notice the same situation there. When you come to this price, double top, trapped up above the double top. I'm going to call this a double top too. Trapped up there after being trapped down here, like we was trapped down here. But this is where you have to scalp out. Now you can see it on the wicks here. Let me zoom this thing in. There's so many fucking pips. My God. Shit, I gotta zoom in here. So zooming into the weekly. So this is so many pips. I mean, it's just incredible stuff going on. And this yen is capable of it. You know, here's a nice tame trade. Look at this tame trend. You have to change your risk levels here. This is such a beautifully smooth, consistent, like this is such a nice downtrend. That's what I like to see, you know. I built my robot based on that. Did you know? You bet I did. Well, I look stupid? Well, I look like some risk taker? Let me get the perspective of what's going on here. Understand the context. So this is going back to 2010. Remember that? The good old fucking days? Before idiots, oh, you gotta wear 6 feet apart, people. Are you fucking nuts? I'm 65 years old, so for me, when I see that, I think, okay. Anybody up for a tinfoil hat at this point? I mean, that's gonna be like actually acceptable finally. Fucking A. Yeah, I got one. Yeah, in the car. Tinfoil hat and a mask. They're still wearing a fucking mask. I was at the store the other day. I'm like, you gotta see a fucking shrink. You gotta get help. Yeah, call the police. That'll be the thing to do, because they had the social worker come out. Can you explain why you're wearing a mask? I don't know. It's just, I cringe. I don't normally cringe. I only cringe when I see the, like I said, these Zoftig people in the carts buying more fucking food. Stop. You should stay home. You ever heard of fasting? Weekly chart. I'm using these candlesticks just to show me the doji. So I took the directions out of these because that's all I can tell, right? I want to see the dojis and see the big ass bars. The doji is kind of cool, I guess, in the sense. It's a very dramatic example of the market going nowhere. Little baby body. So you can see a hammer. I can see, oh, that's a bullish hammer, right? But see this stuff here, inverted Morningstar shit. I can't deal. You know, I can't have a Takanashi going over a Dicanashi. It's just too much. I like the clean shit like this. Top bottom becomes a top. No, not exactly, of course. I'm not going to say it's exactly right. Here it comes to the wick at least, right? On wick it is, but not closing prices so much. Not closing prices, but it has crossed. It did come back here and tag that. So if you're strictly looking at the bottom of the wick, but I like it for this is the imprint of the price pulses. And it's going down so ferociously now, it's not coming back to that. And when it finally does come back to this, it blows through it. So does that mean that, yeah, so I guess if you had a robot doing this shit, he's going to go, oh, you told me to put a sell limit. Dude, that's such an old price. Are you fucking nuts? The driving factor is this vacuum. But for me, that's why it's easy for me to imagine buying this whole thing every 100 pips and then cashing out. Buy every 100 pips, cash out. Every 100 pips, cash out. And I don't even see a place to sell on limits here, to be honest. This is the other problem with just going in on one type of ticket. Oh, I only sell limits, and I only... Yeah, I guess. So I'm forced to sell at the market, because if I put sell limits here and I do... This is the only fill I get, sell limits. Here, okay, maybe here. But look at this, sell limit. I'm going to miss this entry. Now this is a market order. This would be, you have to sell every rally in a downtrend, and you're going to make the assumption that it's going down. And you don't have to make the assumption that it's on anything really, because I'm going to buy every time it goes down below here. So I bought this, and then I cash out. The sellers come in. I buy here, I cash out. Or I would have cashed out on that wick, the weekly chart. Here, I guess buy limits here getting filled, no buy limit fill. Trailing sell stops are working here for you, because this is such an enormous vacuum, and that strategy and that style technique and type entry order is going to work. Just like if you stack sell limits, there's so many trades in here, you just can't get over it. If you have sell limits stacked up on these wick tops, granted, if you put a sell stop here, I mean a sell limit here, you're gonna say, "Oof, I think I'm standing in front of dude, after this is supposedly a 3 drive, right? 1, 2, 3. All right, even give this 3, 4 drive down. You think this thing ain't coming back to at least a dead cat bounce, a drift. So, but guess what? You did make money, because it went up here and it went back down. If you put a sell limit here, you made money, maybe. Sell limit here, you definitely made money. Sell limit here, you made a lot. This is your best ratio fill of all your tickets. All you're doing is selling old highs. Well, they're new. They're kind of new, right? They're new to the... And so when it starts to tank, if you got a sell limit here, no fill, sell limit here, fill, you make money. My buy limits, I guess I'm aggressively start buying here, and it did come back to here eventually, but buying here and buying a ton here, so the big buy is here. That's the big void coming back the other way now. This should be so simple. This should be just child's play. The only problem is having the I guess placing the tickets, and then planning your trade your plan, or just let it happen, and just to go, you know what, that's gonna work. That'll work. I don't know if I can wait fucking when the market's up here, I place the order here, and I'm waiting 4 weeks to get filled. All right, good fucking trade. Don't put too tight a stop on that. Besides, you have to buy a pant load here in this whole 100 pip window. I'm probably going to buy on the way to that. So I'm going to buy. And I'm also going to buy beyond it. And somebody asked me, well, how many of those tickets going to fill? I'm always going to try to underfill, because I'm pretty aggressive. So I don't want to overfill. Like if I put tickets here on this wick, yeah, eventually we made that, but I want to buy a lot more here because of this whole thing down. I want to make that trade. So I'm looking, when it comes to these hard down, at the end of this week, I'm like, holy shit, this thing opened Sunday night and went ripping up. I mean, this is pretty amazing. So a big week up. This one is kind of cutting in, but when they hit this thing, you know, people have already made their money there. I'm going to have buy limits down here and sell limits above. That's simple. I think it is. So I'm trying to keep it simple and then just worry about, do we have enough money? Can we do this trade? And that's going to be rinse and repeat over and over. It's pretty boring. It's really not at all exciting, limit trading. Now at the market, I do find it exciting on the shorter time frame. So on the 1 hour chart, if this is happening and I see this, I'm buying this fucking thing right here, right? Now this is the 1 hour trade. Now think about all the trades in here based on that style. If it's fucking down hard under this low, I'm buying. So if it closes there, I'm buying. Not the greatest trade. If it closes below this floor, here's a bottom, become a top. I know there's people trend trading it going down, but that's not my trade. My trade is to buy off of that. I'm just going to buy all the way down. After this rally, I think it's even riper and easier to trade now because I can put buy limits here and I can just put a ton here, and I've still got pendings here because this established and this is going to be a big fucking deal. And what happens is actually you got about 2 hours to get into this trade. You know, you got some time here. I bet there's a beautiful, like, triple top inside of something going on, you know, crazy town, right? Because of, it's trapped under the floor of the wick and then ripping back up and just engulfing. Smashing back to this price. But I'd be a seller once again, coming back the other way. Sell limits here. Sell limits, set it and forget it. And it comes back down again. It's almost like it's ranging. It's fucking nuts. And then look at this amazing, blistering engulfment here that's just out of control. It takes out the low of the day and one closes below this floor in 1 hour, come fucking ripping back. And if you're only scalping, this is 100 pips from here to here, but God, that's a nice, you gotta say you got a 20 pip stop and you just made 40 pips. If you're looking for it to take out the high of the day, which it does, so here's like the doji. Right here's the doji day. And, or, you know, very small range day. Opened and closed here, so it's a true doji, right? It can open and closed here, and this is the range of the day. Look at this thing, oh my God. Takes out the low of the day, takes out the high of the day, whatever, you know, and you have sell limits up here. So that's what I do. And we haven't filled sell limits up here. But if it ever comes up here, would you sell? Well, you'd have to. Based on this style, this is the low of the day. You're going to buy the if it closes below in this hour here, you're going to buy. If it closes below here, you're going to buy. You're going to buy. If it closes above here, you're going to sell, but it doesn't. It's going in a downtrend, but all the good trades are on the way coming back up. Supposedly it's in a downtrend here for some trend trader on this particular pace of moving average. So you can always find a trade. Oh, look at that. I'm waiting for it to come up here and sell. Don't you understand? I use 20 period remove it. 20 EMA. That's what the banks are using. And if I hear one more fucking time somebody tell me, well, the banks are buying gold, you know, the central banks are buying gold. They're really worried about the dollar. No, they're not. The dollar is fucking fine. The euro's getting its ass kicked. Hello? The dollar, I mean, what are you fucking, all of a sudden everybody's retarded? Everybody just lost their fucking mind? Look at this wick. How do you explain this shit? That's smart money there, son. I told you about that. Don't make fun of smart money. It's really smart. It's fucking seriously smart. No, we're very serious here. We take everything very seriously, especially price action. But here's a anything that makes it above here. It doesn't have to close above there. Of course, on the half hour, it probably did close above there. Look at this extreme shit. But these are my favorite trades. scalp to the thing, and then maybe it engulfs. It does kind of come back a little bit. It definitely, I don't think you can take out the high of the previous day, but when we get a doji, if you got buy limits down here, they did not fill. I don't think I'm going to stand it. I don't think I'm. Okay, this is where I think people miss the point here. They'll say, you mean I should put a sell limit here? Oh, I guess. But, dude, do you really think that this isn't an issue, this void? So if this void here, I mean, you put a buy limit here, I guess I'm probably going to put one here at least. And all the way down. I'm not making it back. Here, what about now? All sell limits above here. High previous day. A lot of sell limits because of this. A lot of buy limits below here. And buy limits all the way down. So 8 hours, 4 hours. And then we just buy a peanut load here. Now jobs reports coming out tomorrow. We're probably going to keep going up here. And then I'm going to sell up here. Trying to make 50 pips, 30 pips, coming back the other way. Simple trades. I don't think you want to get too complicated. But it's a gold mine here in the 1 hour. I can't believe all the shit going on here. So if you're waiting for that perfect setup, well, I'm waiting for my checklist. Okay, I got you. Wait for a topic on the bottom during the trend. Now, you know, I'm moving. I'm a trend trader with a setup. You gotta have that setup, you know. But were you here to pull the trigger? That's why I set it forget it rules. Because you don't have to be there to pull the trigger. You put your sell limits up here. Well, you come home, you still got money. And, you know, come take a nap. Still got money. Wake up, you go to sleep, wake up, wait, still. Now here you got sell limits above the high of the previous day. That's a fucking beautiful trade, man. Comes all the way back here, son of a bitch. Got sell limits up here. Maybe you're aggressive. You can put sell limits all the way up the mountaintop. This is a premium fucking entry here. Sell limit. You're up on all those trades. You're up on and then some right now. So it just takes a lot of effort to put the tickets in, that's all. You don't have to think about these trades. They're obvious as fucking hell. I hope. But don't count on it. You know, people are pretty, they want to complicate it and show off how smart they are. Look, this is the British pound. What's funny is just like the British pound on the monthly. Go look at the monthly British pound. This is supposedly where Soros crushed it. This thing, there's 4 dojis on the British pound in like 1990 or something. You guys see that, man? It's on this chart. I could go to it, I guess, here. I don't know if the data's on this broker's platform, but we'll try it. So zoom way out here. So here it is. Look at these dojis here on the British pound. This is 2008. But look at this is the most brutal beatdown of a currency. It's never come back. What happened to these poor Brits? They lost their mind here in real estate crash. They must have been pretty heavily loaded into some fucking. They were at $2.04, dude. Just look at that. My God. Oh, above $2 a pound. Takes this out. Oh my God. I used to do videos about this shit. This is mind-blowing shit. Look at this bottom. It becomes a double. And where are we at now? Look at this motherfucking shit here. What in the hell happened to the Brits? I don't trade the pounds. So I'm like, dude, they hit par on this fucking thing. Now I always wondered about this, and as I'm going back 15 years now. When I first saw forex, I looked at New Zealand dollar and I said, I wonder if that'll ever be worth more than the American dollar. And my friend said no, they would never let that happen. And he talked to banks and stuff, and it was trading at 50 cents when I saw it. So that's how long ago. 50 cents for the New Zealand dollar. And I guess my fear was because I was so excited about being pretty greedy and excited about forex. I thought, well, gosh, one day there's going to be no forex market. All the currencies would be traded at par. And you notice they are. So I guess I was right about that. They're near par. The euro, the pound, and the dollar. I mean, the dollar at the same price. Are we just going to sit here at this price now? People are probably asking that after this. Of course, here's the problem. If you decided to take up the sport of trading on this day, and you went took some fucking class, and it said, well, there's a trend line right here. See, and when you touch the trend line, you want to buy. See how that works now? You took my course on trend lines, didn't you? Well, I took your course on moving averages and trend trading too, and there's an uptrend. Everybody knows it's an uptrend. No fucker, nobody, no trader that's ever made any decent money would sail into an uptrend. Are you nuts? That's why we were long during this phase. Well, this comes, right? In one fucking year, you gave up 10 years of up. Can you trade again? Are you ever going to trust your system analysis? And you're like, holy shit, I just blew up the account. Look at that. Oh my God. Could you buy this? At what point can you step in and buy that? I got to go down a lower time frame. Motherfucker, what is going on here? This is why the idea of robots, it just cracks. Well, I guess the robot's going to, maybe robot says, I ain't got nothing for that. Dude, I'm waiting for some kind of dead cat bounce. So, actually, this move here is so big in this 1 month that I think the robot's going to go, I don't think I'll step aside. I don't know what's going on here. This is catastrophic. Somebody pulled the plug. This is supposedly where Soros sold here, somebody said, I think. Or maybe he did it before when he was a Nazi. But when he was playing Mr. Hey, ain't Jews left in this building? I'm just a paper boy. Hey, but, it's my side gig. Hey, listen. We all used to steal cars when we were kids. Come on. That's how Daddy brought home the bacon. Look at this perfect top become a bottom scenario. I know I was in on this trade. What you talking about, dude? I use monthly charts. What do you think? I'm not one of these fucking hyper scalper, what do they call them, high frequency dicks. I take very precise setups that come along to me, and they show up, and I get my confluence, and I get my trend matches, setup matches, all the stars align. I'm using actually our astrology in these trades, if you don't mind. But I'm waiting for this top to become a bottom right here. I think this is like my best. I did this trade back in, I don't trade a lot, maybe 3 trades a year. But when they set up, dude, I loaded the wagon up here. These top become a bottom. I was hog long on that trend there. And then just like that fucking Soros situation that I showed you back on the left side of the chart, look left, because this big sell-offs leave clues that the market could do anything. This is over-counter trading. This market could go fucking nuts. But it rarely goes nuts, as you can see. That's a very rare event. And just, okay, get back in the water, son. It's going to be fine. Lightning storms don't always happen. They don't always misgender you and then lop off your nuts in the swimming pool there. Yeah, warm water. We do it in warm water. You don't notice your dirt miss and say, yeah, it's new humane gender assignment series we're using there. You say you feel like sometimes you feel like a girl and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have nuts and sometimes you don't. Okay. We'll make you a stop entry trader. Obviously, you're a very passive person. You don't like to step up. You like a sissy, are you? Oh, trying to be a girl. I got you. I just call them sissies. Can you say that? I don't know, man. Look at these markets. Look at the, I see these things. I just think there's some guy that said, yeah, I took this class in trading and I opened my account right there. Did you now? Yeah, right there. Look at this is when Trump won the election. You could not trade this shit. This is insane. Here we go, man. Nice bull market. Well, the Brits are happy we made it back to the support level and beyond. They're like, we like this guy. Oof. This is Corona here. But what's this? I haven't been keeping track of the news. I'm sure somebody's going, yeah, dude, we blew up our account. They were using your buy limit entry technique. That's the thing that people said to me, that they're going to come kill me because people, you don't understand. Some guys like, you don't understand. People are going to take your advice and start buying down here. I know. But, I mean, like, dude, and some people are going to take your trend advice and start buying this shit. So who the fuck's really? Yeah, well, you know, we're a good trend going here, and then all of a sudden, well, I don't, Jimmy Bob said, well, buy more, son of a bitch. We'll probably take out that and keep going. Don't forget, we're under this floor here, you know. Don't forget, it's going to come back to here. Okay, I know. Wait, I'm using Andrew's pitchfork. I think that's going to fucking give me a way better fucking edge. The only edge in the market is balls and money. Big balls and a lot of money. And then trade teeny tiny tickets and a lot of them. So you can handle the price absorption. And I don't think you want to trade this monthly chart. Come to think of it, yeah, this is going to be a little harsh on your wallet. If you're going to just start buying here, I'm going to just, okay, let me just say this about that. If you start buying below here, I'm using that trend technique, the counter, the contrarian technique, the simpleton. Okay, how's it working out for you? Well, he says you got to probably on the monthly go for the 2,000 pip stop. And yeah, with the 2,000 pip stop, it is working. On the monthly chart, it is working. But with the 10 pip stop, not so much. How's that? Well, I'm buying every 100 pips. I got a lot of tickets on this trade. Son, that first ticket's got a goddamn 3,000 pip stop. That's right. $300 per ticket. Per ticket, $300 per ticket. Stop. On a 1K. On a 1 fucking K. Think about that. I know people don't think like that. But you give me 10 grand, and I would trade that motherfucker. I'd buy every 100 pips for the whole fucking year. Right until Hillary gets her ass handed to her. Her dumb fucking bleach bit ass handed to her. This cunt, this ugly fat cunt. Are you kidding me? I mean, obviously the guy in Canada has his head buried in his fucking liberal ass. He's supposedly cute, but that's not working either. He's cute like that overly primped up doggy. That's stupid too. Dumb fuck. I'm experiencing this motherfucker. So this guy's running the country north of me. And I'm driving home and I see, well, this morning I saw I thought it was fog. I thought it was going to rain. No, this dumb shit can't manage the forest, so they're letting it. Nature tickets. Of course, I think actually is very healthy. I don't think people realize what's going on here. This is nature's way of sprinkling micro fairy prehistoric wood dust on you. You don't know it now, but this is actually nature's homeopathic fallout. And you don't know it, just like you didn't know bacon was good for you. But this is probably in some nano sense making you healthy and giving you core minerals that you wouldn't get any other way, because you're not going to drive to fucking Canada and start a little fire and take a giant and get into a smoke tent, smoke yourself like bacon, like beef jerky up there in fucking Canada, eh? Hey, that's it. Is that you start a fire? Yeah, we got a little carried away there, yeah. Campfire got a little Smokey the Bear. Smokey Bear, not Smokey the Bear. Smokey Bear, god damn it. Son, you're drinking again. Let's go to the smaller time frame. Does that work on the 1 minute chart, that theory? You bet it does. I'll show you how it fucking works on a 1 minute chart. Of course, that spread's kind of nasty. We have to zoom out. Ooh, let's go to the euro dollar. That'll tame the spread a little bit. Put that spread. You got to tame that spread down. Yeah, go to the euro dollar. 1 minute chart, please. Thank you. I don't mind. So let's scrunch it up. Let's go to a 5 minute chart. The spread looks nasty here. It's going sideways. Soros is going to sell it. Okay, there you go. So here's the 5 minute chart. Trusty. Very trustworthy. That's a support and resistance. 15. You can see that I draw this area. 15 minute chart. 5 minutes too much. We're going to buy right here. See how this works? From here all the way down we buy. Here all the way up we sell. We put our limits in and we go watch a movie. I don't care, man. I just can't care about it, I used to care. Some guy said in the comments that he used to say I was crazy, but yeah, I mean, the thing is that after a while, when you feel like you're trying to capture these setups on the 15-minute chart, look at a 15-minute chart trading system, Bill. Okay, this is your trend, right? You're waiting for a pullback. Okay, if you're not there to babysit and pull the trigger on the 15-minute at the market, how are you getting into that? Comes a perfect bottom, becomes a top. Last known bottom. Here leaves the station perfectly, slams down. Going after the low of the day. Well, why don't you just put a buy limit down here? And actually, this is what I was talking about. I know that on the 15, like banging on the ceiling and then engulfs it, right? Finally comes back. But I buy all the way down. All the way down, down, and then I only get like a 30% fill. That's fine. Because I'm going to do the same fucking trade in Asia here. Buy limit, fill me. Here I can't. Look at this perfect bottom becomes a top. Here's the trend traders. Oh, I would just do this trade on. Okay, good for you. You do that trade. Okay, you sell here. You babysit. You sell. Okay. But then look at this thing rips your fucking face off. If you don't take profits, and where are you getting out of these fucking trade trades, by the way? Well, I'm a trade trader. You got to be taking something off the table along the way. Or you're just, I don't know. I just don't get it. This 2% of the account on one fucking trigger pull at a 618. You just got to be kidding. Anyways, I gotta go watch a movie. Crack my back and watch a movie. I don't know what else to say. Oh, I was gonna take a look at the other broker that's running the like all the big markets here. But the Bitcoin took a spill. And I saw them talking about, Bitcoin took a big hit. You think? Dude, it was at 20. Was it how many fucking pips? So, look, it was up in this trap here. I drew all this shit ahead of time. So, trust and believe this is it. Yes, and so this sell-off they're talking about here, that's nothing, man. It was up here at fucking almost, it was at $30,000. Jesus fucking Christ, people. So the news is such bullshit. Oh, big sell-off in Bitcoin. There's some reason for it. Like, I don't know what this price is, but it's like 30 grand, right? Yeah, it's not like 5 grand. I draw a trend line on that in a second, but this is a classic analysis. But what is this telling you? There's a void up here. That's what it's telling me. There's a void up here. Structurally, okay. This is a setup. It's forming a triangle. It's getting very quiet. Yes, we're all hoping that this is not holding the trend line so much, but we're all hoping, all the bulls are hoping, okay, it's going to burst out and keep going up, and it's going to go to 40 grand. If it does, you know there's going to be sellers up here, right? You have to know there's sellers like a motherfucker up on this top, and we haven't been there yet. We smacked into the floor, went a little bit beyond, sellers came in, fucking duh. You want to buy all the way down. You put buy limits in down here. It's very simple. Okay, that's my Bitcoin analysis. Buy low, sell high. Next chart. Let's take a look at this fucking crude oil. Now this is cracking me up because these poor OPEC guys are grasping at straws because nobody wants their fucking oil. And nobody gives a shit. And it's not helping that they're going to... I don't think it's going to help. Because look at this. I show you the last time these ass clowns... Well, we're going to change the rate on the oil there. Yeah, what you're going to do is we're going to trim it back on you. We're going to cut our production because it's going too low. Yeah. Well, no. Here's when they announced it, because I remember looking at this chart. When does the announcement come out? When the price breaks this low, they lose their mind. And they say, let me mark this off, actually. We get a more accurate, how this, they figured it out. You know, they figured this out. It's too low. The price is just too low. Oh, wow. Hey, Mr. Guy that's living on this oil, in the weekly chart. So, geez, it's coming near the lows of last year. Well, we better do something about that. Now, what was going on here is the mind blower, right? Top Tick Tommy. There's only 2 weeks of crude left. There's only 2 weeks of diesel left here. No, 2 weeks of diesel left here, I think. But this is like, oh my God. What the hell's going on? It's going fucking $100 a barrel. No, it is at 100. Don't forget, it's at $120 a barrel here. And these OPEC clowns, they want to see $100 a barrel. In your dreams is never going back there, dude. Not in your lifetime. I swear to God. Not ever. No. Like the guy in the fucking, like, Dirty Harry's killer. No. Did you really think this was going to fucking hang up here? Crude oil. I hope that guy in Russia got the fuck out. This guy that was on our stream. And he wasn't trading on a platform. I guess he had oil. But Jesus Christ, that is a fucking high ass price, is it not? So we came back to the Malays, to the fucking mean value, back to here. Oh yeah, back to here. Well, we better cut production. This is just mind blowing. Look at this. I wonder what the news was here. I'd like to hear about that. Yeah, amazing. So don't forget, it was down here low. This is before, this huge drop here is mind blowing. Truly, these are astounding moves. Crude oil is just fascinating as hell, but I think we're just going to be stuck in the middle with you for quite some time. This is the only bullish move we've had. They try so hard. We're going to cut production. It keeps going lower. This is my 5-period moving average. Okay, how about... the stock market. Right, don't forget that was... Remember last year when stocks were tanking? And I love Peter Navarro to death, but he's... I'm short the market. I'm a genius. I called the high. Dude, why didn't you call the low? Everybody's biased. Everybody's biased. I got the S&P on here, I swear I do. Got the Turkish fucking lira, for God's sakes. Here it is. I'm going to use the NASDAQ. I don't think I have the Dow, I just have the NASDAQ. So, Top Tick Tommy. But does he tell people when to go the other way? No, because I hear him. I watch him every time with the show he was on, War Room, when he said it. Okay, so it takes a big tumble. He goes short, right? Sell. Okay, you're great. You're like the Bitcoin guy that opened that hedge fund that went short the Bitcoin. You knew it was time to buy when this ass clown like 3 months before the bottom, 6 months before the bottom. I just opened up a hedge fund to short Bitcoin. You know it's going down to zero. Right. Absolutely sure. Of course it is. This triple bottom here, and I talked about this one too. I'm like, dude, we are fucking, you really? So we are hitting the structure now. All it has to do is come back to here and go, or just keep going. And guess what? It's going to take out this high. When guess who comes back to town? A rational being. It's not going to stop. It's never going to stop. We're going to keep going up because stock markets are inherently bullish. That's just how it is. Oh, it's going to crash and keep. No, I think it crashed here. No, it could straight sideways there, but look at this thing. What a beast. The scary thing, I think, is this volatility is crazy. It is kind of drying up, though. It is getting calmed down. With that there, that's psycho word material. Trump is in office back here. Holy shit. You're still seeing Trump's handiwork here of deregulation. For anything you hear in the news is all bullshit. The machine still runs. Don't take any advice. And I'm going to wrap up with gold, because if I hear another motherfucker tell me the banks are buying gold, holy shit. That was like the goobers selling Bitcoin was at 80 grand and they're going, the new thing to get into is Bitcoin. Come with us. Come with you down to 17 grand a coin. Okay, I'm on the way. I'm here with you. Let me load into that fucking trade the wrong direction. I don't mind if I do. The gold market. Gold in my hands. In my bare hands. I feel very secure. Thank you very much. Looks like a triple top in gold to me, or is it just me? And I'll tell you what, I've been listening to these fucking ads up here. Gotta get in gold, get going. And then I heard this. They still running the fucking ad. Experts think gold's going to 2,200 an ounce. Oh boy, gee willikers. Wow. What's that percent gain? Well, if you buy a couple ounces, it's going to go up about 10%. Dude, are you serious? I'm putting a 100 pips stop to make 1,000 pips. That's like me buying gold that's going to go to like 5,000 an ounce. Okay, I'm in. Look at this bullshit go sideways. For how long? How long, ding dong? Are you going to fucking ride this shit sideways and lose your mind? 3 years of this shit? Oh, we got a good trend going there, but oof. The trend trading system was working out just spectacular until the market manipulators came in. Started running the market up, down, sideways, all this shit. And then when the Fuhrer comes back in, and we take out this floor, oof, then the whining's going to start. And where is this in the big picture? Step out to the monthlies. Boom. Yeah, if you took this out, I don't think you will. But you really think the gold's going to go to 3,000 an ounce? I'll be dead by then. Actually, it'd be a scandal if it took out this low. But it is going. It's a giant flag. I'll give you that. In an up market, it's a giant flag. But you'd be buying the top of the flag. You don't want to do that, do you? Don't be that guy. Look at this accumulation phase. I'm just going to say that because I know Wyckoff. Yeah, the Wyckoff theory. No, that is a perfect accumulation of like. Now the banks should have been buying here, but isn't it funny? I'm going to guarantee you didn't hear about the banks are buying. No. Not even here did you hear the banks are buying. Maybe you did. I don't know. Let me go back. I'm hearing the ads now, though. The banks are buying, aren't you? No. Because you know why? They're fucking morons. They're over leveraged. And remember the banks are going out of business? This bank's failing. Do you know how many banks there are? The banks are failing. Can they bail them out? The debt limit's going to go past a zillion trillion. Dude, nobody gives a fuck. Does it matter? Fuck no. Have you seen the markets? All that matters is volatility. Are you in the wrong side of that trade? Or are you in the market? And how could you give a fuck? I hate to say this because I really do believe that we should have some kind of... We do have a gold standard. You can see it, right? You can see that the market is apparently fixated on everybody agreeing on price in some sense. Oh, this is the famous... somebody asked me about this one months ago. This is the infamous blow your brains out instrument called the Australian versus New Zealand. Both out of their fucking mind countries, by the way. No offense, but talk about politically insane, and maybe that's why they're so both out of their fucking minds. You see this kind of price action, very choppy. And this is a dramatic sell-off that blew everybody's brains out, though. This one here, 3 months down, and I think some guy said, "What do you do about that?" And I'm like, "Well, trade with wide stops," because you see the pattern here, and I haven't talked about this since months, since I actually the market was dropping like a horse, and somebody said, "What about this fucking? What do you think about this? I think we're about here. What do you think about this market?" I thought, well, holy shit! Of course, now if you took the religious approach of buying here, 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 all this shit, you bought all this shit, and you could hang. This became a winner, and you accumulated all that shit all the way down to China. And all the way back, and that was fucking amazing amount of money in 2 months because you missed the 2 months go down. And right now, I'd be selling into that. And don't forget, you could buy this. And I had the robot running here. That's what all these tickets are. Actually, I let the robot churn on that. So just to show you, that was when I did a video about it. This is a demo account that I ran on it. Go to the weekly and then zoom out, or go to the daily, I think, and zoom out. So you can see the robot ran for it ran for 2 days straight here. Dude, this thing was dropping tickets like there was no tomorrow. Let me get rid of this. So let's see if I fucking, how about the 1 hour chart? So it's buying over and over again there. It's kind of hard to see. Get the right zoom in level. Not quite. Anyways, there you go. You see how that works? But if I would let that robot run through all these phases, you can see it just kept dropping. And it was selling and buying, by the way. It didn't do very well because the ratios didn't, the range did not fit the way the market is behaving. I don't know the expiration of these tickets even. Maybe the stops are too tight. But in theory, it does make sense to buy low and sell high. The problem with when it becomes a problem is if you say, I'm going to sell on this 4 hour chart, we'll sell above here. Okay, great. But you had to scalp something out. When you sold above here, you had to scalp something out because if you held that, if you sell, and then you really sell, if you're not taking something, they're just crushing you, right? This is where it's crushing you. What's the cure? The cure is to not look at these giant fucking structures on the, I'll call this the weekly chart because I'm looking at these vertical dotted lines. If you sell new high, this high, right? You're selling these highs. Yeah, I'm not going to put tickets above this because I know this is a crushing window. And this may come back to the bottom just like this is a crush window. Like you're going to buy here, man, you get fucking giant balls buying in here. Here. It never hits this, but wow, if you can afford to buy that, yeah. This is going to take fucking 2 days to make money. 3 days to make money because you bought here Not this is not a brilliant trade. You bought here, and you loaded the fucking wagon, and this thing comes screaming back in 4 hours. You made how much fucking money? You know, that drifts up. This is a trend trader's dream. You just buy these pullbacks. These are candlesticks, by the way. So everybody's familiar with these. This view of the market. This kind of analysis. Here's, so if you're a trend trader, you're waiting for doji. You buy the dojis with tight stops. Sometimes you get taken out. Buy the dojis with tight stops. All right, buy the doji. Buy the dojis. You think it's going up? But here you get slammed, right? Kind of smashes down, goes back up. But here you make it okay. Buy the dojis. Big buy. Big giant doji. 4 hour doji. This is a 2-day doji. 3-day, 2-day. Anyways, that's all I'm saying. But yeah, don't do what the banks do. Set up shop. Yeah, we might go bankrupt. I don't know. Maybe gold does go up. I could be wrong, but I was right about the Bitcoin, and I was right about crude oil being a biggest fucking joke. That was a year ago, coming up into July here. And now that OPEC's cut their supply, I expect gas to go below $3 a gallon. We're at $3.60 here. $3.50 if you know where to go. So, and I know it's very perverse, and diesel just went below $4. How's that? There's only 2 weeks of diesel left. It's just so funny, man. It's the funniest bullshit I've ever heard. And then Trump's going to jail. Are you fucking kidding me? Every fucking indictment is fucking about 10% more votes for him. You think people don't know what the fuck's going on? It's so cute. You got these fucking idiots. Man, look at the gap on this chart. I just realized. Look at this fucker. Closes down, opens here. Jesus, what the hell? Engulfing pattern, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. That opened up here. But that's a shaved. Look at that, severe bullish. So I'd be selling that. Sell hard, right? Sell at the market. Sell at the market at the end of 4 hours, right? So that's the market order, and then. Anyways, that's the way I see it. That gap open there. Fucking slammed up. Yeah, it's 5 seconds between these bars, so in 5 seconds, market went berserk. That looks like it's going to keep going up. All right, that'll learn you. So time marches on. Jobs report tomorrow. Yeah, what's the big picture? So the currencies are at par. I'm just going to say, for the most part, doesn't matter where you go in the fucking world, the dollar and the pound and the euro are really, for the first time since the pound crashed, fundamentally speaking, I'm not big on fundamentals and all that shit. Dollar CAD, it's pretty close, I think. What's dollar CAD at? It's within 10 cents of the American dollar right now. I gotta look that up. I don't know. I'm not paying attention. Okay, that's actually expensive. So the Canadian dollar is expensive. 33 cents. It's good over there burning trees and shit. I got that kind of. Oh, moving average crossover system here, yeah. But yeah. No, it should be interesting this summer, and yeah, you're just gonna make the guy a shoe-in, so to speak, because the revolt is pretty hard, and you see it happen. And I'm not about to go out in the streets and punch somebody in the face. That's why I decided to just get on the internet and bitch and moan. Get on a little safer. Of course, I don't know about that either, because they shut you down if you say anything that doesn't agree with the powers that be. They used to call this the powers that be. But yeah, it's going to be a hell of a ride here. Buckle up, strap in. But I'm not going to sell all my music gear to buy gold bars. That's for sure. Stare at the gold bars. I feel safe. You feel safe, honey? You bet I feel safe. Go get me some of that bacon. Hey, I heard the eggs are on sale again. Oh, the end of the world's coming. We're selling newspapers here, damn. The end of the world's coming. Grab your fucking hat. I'm going to eat my hat if I'm wrong about these trades I just called out. I'd sell my gold and I'd buy crude oil, I guess. It's cheap. I'd buy some Bitcoin and the rest of it I think I'd just buy some cocaine and just get ripped. Or I would maybe buy a new car, and drive to New York and get myself a free crack pipe, god damn it. Get myself a buzz going, scalp the fucking London Open like a fucking trooper, like a boss. Yeah. That's what I gotta do. Oh god, I can't resist free shit, dude. I think I'm just gonna get in my car tonight and drive to New York. Maybe I have to get my own steel wool for that pipe, but I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. No man, don't tempt me. I swear I'm gonna fucking do it now. Yeah, I got the devil on my shoulder telling me, yeah, you go do that. Put some high test in the car and drive out there, burn the carbon off the heads. Just go pick that crack pipe up. You know you want it. It's like that fucking ice cream. It's calling out my name from the freezer. I'm gonna give me some ice cream, watch a good horror flick. I hope they don't throw up in the movie, though. Then I gotta go get some more ice cream. There's just some ice cream and imagine I'm president. That's what I'll do. I'll practice my scripts and then I'll get angry and firm. No, I mean it this time. I really mean it. No, you gotta go against the trend. Fuck that trend, damn it. Fuck that trend. Maybe I trip over a sandbag, but god damn it. Can't you see how good I am at fucking conning people? Check out that fucking handy ass sloppery money laundering scheme I got. Sure, my LLCs look like fucking obvious as a goddamn expired parking meter, but you don't worry about that none. We're going after that fucking guy that espionage. You know, we got a Russian espionage nist guy named Trump. We gotta get him first. Get him! Get him! I don't care if you gotta make something. Boss Hogs will make something up. He'll get him. Pull him out of that fucking General Lee. We're gonna get him. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This is the most amazing time to be alive if you're into circuses of fucking stupidity, of bureaucracy gone to the highest level of fucking circle jerk firing squad. Holy shit. Nothing compares to this shit. Sit back and watch this show. Give me some popcorn, Mildred. I gotta watch this one.